Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have the sea buckthorn, Hippophae rhamnoides, a plant which was, well, it was celebrated as some type of superfood like 10-20 years ago, and it's still used in a lot of different ways in the food industry. So the sea buckthorn is not a buckthorn, it's closely related to the Russian olive, which is also not an olive. They're in their own family, Elaeagnaceae. Why is it called sea buckthorn? Well, I guess it looks a bit like buckthorn. It has thorns. And on the British Isles, it tends to grow in coastal areas on sand dunes. Well, it's not restricted to sand dunes, it's quite versatile. The main areas of distribution are like East and West Asia, where it grows mostly in steppes. And in mountains it can go up to like 5,000 meters. It seems to like well-drained soil in, well, Wikipedia said climatically favorable areas. I guess those are areas with a lot of sunshine and maybe not too much cold, although if you grow up to 5,000 meters, it seems you can tolerate a lot of cold. Well, here in Germany it grows in the Alps and the rivers which come from the Alps. Actually, the northernmost populations of the alpine subspecies or form are in this area, but still too far away from here. I'm too lazy to go there now. That's why I gotta do a video about a kind of puny plant in the teacher's college garden. Like 20-30 years ago, it was very popular to plant it in such planted hedges. It was considered and still is considered very good for birds. And it was planted far outside its range. Like in Germany, yeah, it grows on the in the Alps and on the rivers coming from the Alps, and then basically on the coast, in coastal sand dunes in Germany. But they planted it everywhere in Germany. It was very easy to find a couple decades ago, but yeah, this year when I was looking for it, I only found this plant here, so it seems to have become less popular in recent years. Also, those fruit were kind of ripe already months ago, as you can see from the fact that a lot of them are dried up. So, as I'm making the video now, they should be really ripe. Well, one good thing about the sea buckthorn is that basically the fruit can stay nice and intact throughout winter. Despite rain and snow and frost, they will last well into winter, and if you are really lucky, even into spring. And that's important because despite being that small, plants can produce a lot of fruit. This plant is very stressed, so it's not producing a lot of fruit, but basically all the branches or most of the branches of a plant can look like that, covered in fruit. They are very juicy, and also they have a vitamin C content, which is much higher than that of lemons. And they grow in cold climates. Well, one problem when harvesting them is usually it's quite hard to get nice and decent fruit off the branches. Basically, most of them will explode in your hands and you'll end up with a lot of mush. So I saw some ethnobotanists collecting it with gloves and just milking the branches like cows' udders and dripping a thick orange paste into a bucket. That seems to work. Well, here I managed to get off a couple of those fruit without damaging them. Now let's try them. Phew. Well, I don't like the taste too much. How shall I describe it? It's being described as the lemon of the north. Yeah. It is sour, and it tastes kind of lemony. But I would rather say the taste is more similar to an orange or a mandarin. Yeah, an orange or a mandarin, definitely. Rather than a lemon. Also some Garcinia species and jelly palm, Butia, come close to the taste. There is also some bitterness in the flavor and also some taste of puke. In this here, the bitterness and the taste of puke are not too strong. Still not the best fruit to eat out of hand, except in winter when there is not so much there is not so much choice. I would eat it then. But still, this bitterness and this puke-like flavor, they prevent it from becoming one of my favorite fruit, despite the nice mandarin taste. But it's mostly used as for preserves like juices, jams, syrups. Some oil from the fruit, I guess from the big seed, is used in the cosmetic industry. It also has a lot of health properties, besides the very high vitamin C content. I don't want to cover all those health properties now, but there are a lot of uses for it. Yeah, here you can see the goo which you get when you usually try to harvest the fruit. This is what the seed looks like. Yeah, well, a nice big shrub, very valuable plant for vitamin C and for other nutritional purposes. Also a plant which was for sure already used by the Neolithic man in Asia and Europe. If you find it and if you are sure that you have sea buckthorn in front of you, you can try a few of the fruit. Maybe you'll find a tasty variety or you'll like the taste. I would say it's not to everyone's taste, but most people like it. So folks, this was the sea buckthorn. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the parks and gardens of Germany. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.